Hello, my name is Talia, and I used to be very scared of being alone. For most of my childhood, I would tell my mom that I had to have roommates until I got married because I wouldn't be able to handle the fact that I was alone for long periods of time. And I think that part of this is because of the fact that I grew up very social and I really love friends and loved making lots of friends, being in lots of social circles. Um, and then I think also another large part of it is the fact that I moved around a lot and there was times where I didn't really have any other friends besides my sisters, I guess. But shout out. um, but I had a really hard time sitting with myself and being able to look at myself and learn about myself. I was so uncomfortable with myself that I couldn't take the time to explore myself in what I liked, in what I wanted to do, and what my hopes and dreams were. And I think a large part of that has been kind of reappearing or has showed up for me right now with the way that I have now started to realize that I have been pursuing a career in law that I didn't ever question because I didn't spend the time that I needed to learn about myself younger. Um, and I was someone who was very chronically glued to certain people in my life from a young age. Like, I had best friends that I was always around, or when I got to high school, I had boyfriends that I would constantly be around, and I would take on a lot of them. And it wasn't until much later in my life, when I had got out of a very long term relationship, that I was really able to sit with myself and learn what I wanted and come back to the things that were important to me and what made me me. Relearning my sense of individuality. And I think a lot of people get really stuck in this pattern because you want people to like you, you want people to love you, and you don't want to be alone. You don't want to feel alone. But now I'm at this place where I am my best friend. I love hanging out with myself, and I love going out to coffee shops by myself and getting lunch by myself, or going to the park by myself, walking around my campus by myself. I spend so much time, most of my time, by myself, and I will for the rest of my life. I think I have gained so much freedom and also so much love and compassion and understanding for my hopes and dreams and desires and the ways that I want to conduct myself for the rest of my life because of the time I've spent by myself. I think when people hear the term oh, she likes being alone, or I don't know, people think that you're a loser. Like the whole crazy cat lady trope where this a woman ends up alone and lives with her cats. I mean, I think it's, there's definitely a lot of layers to these stigmatizations of being alone, but I think my goal today would be to kind of, allow you to think about being alone more. If you are an extrovert or someone who is just really scared of being alone, like I was, I think that taking the time to like actually consciously learn about yourself and kind of, I don't know, date yourself in a way where you're going out to a restaurant or a cafe and you are like very specifically ordering something and then looking at it. I mean, I love food, so this is what I would do. This is what I do. Looking at it, what about the dish looks beautiful? What about the dish is really appetizing to you? What about this? It doesn't even have to be a dish. This is just one example. Maybe like a pastry or a coffee or a tea or something like that. Even like this could be applied to art as well too, I would say. Like going to a museum, finding pieces of art that you really love. Like sitting with it, being very, very aware of the thoughts that pop into your head. What about it looks good, smells good, tastes good? And then you eat it, and then you're very perceptive of like, I really love this flavor. I love that it does this. And you kind of pick up on the things that like you're starting to enjoy. It's like this very methodical, conscious awareness that you develop with just learning about yourself. And this is like very basic, like surface level things, like what you like to eat. And I think that that's really fun because when you think about these things, like you sometimes people know what they want to eat and they, you know, approach it of like, oh, I really like sandwiches, I'm gonna get a sandwich. I don't know, I'm I'm rambling. But then you can, I think what I'm trying to get at here is these very like mundane surface level understandings of yourself really break the ice as if you were dating someone to get to the meat, the deep, deep things within you that you want, your deep desires, because you know it gets a rhythm going. It gets an ability to look at yourself, really, really look at yourself, because it is so uncomfortable to take a moment and like fully see the things about you you love and the things about you that you love but are not helping you or serving you or offering you the life that you want. And so I've been, you know, spending a lot more time alone again, mainly because I talk about this in every video, but I'm very burnt out. And I've been trying to date myself more again by slowing down and spending less time doing work and more time like actually sitting with myself and listening and scanning my body for, you know, what it needs, what it wants. And it's just these basic things that allow you to kind of get back to a sense of safety. For me, I've been very, I think, stuck in a fight or flight mode for a while too. So being able to just like get back to the basics and give myself the things that I want and desire and deserve. Like, yeah, like I deserve a really good sandwich right now. Like I would really love a great pastry right now. Like something beautiful, like a bouquet of flowers would be lovely. Maybe a nice candle. I don't know. Dating yourself gives you these things so you don't seek it out of other people. Also, that's another huge thing, because I think that when people approach these relationships where they're like, I hate being alone, I cannot be alone, it's out of this fear of abandonment and out of a fear of not having it or not being able to have it. It's like this lack. But at the end of the day, there's really like not much, if anything, that you can't give yourself. Give yourself first. And when you're able to get comfortable with the fact that you can provide yourself with anything someone can give you, then you can be really comfortable and aware of the things that you want out of other people and the relationships you want. And then you don't have to settle for these mundane or just not great friendships, relationships, people that aren't treating you well or serving you right, or just not people you align with. And I was someone who was so much of a people pleaser. I would stay stuck in these relationships because I'm a very loyal person. Like I couldn't not. And even if they were not treating me great, and most of the time they weren't. So being able to pull back your energy kind of then allows you to provide yourself the safety you need and give yourself the life that you deserve, and then the most amazing people will come in because you are able to see that these are people that actually care about you because you care about yourself. They're showing up for you because you show up for yourself too. It's like this ripple effect of, disregarding the people or removing yourself from the people that are not caring for you. They're not good people for you. And yeah, I have the most amazing friends now. I have the most amazing relationships. I have the most amazing, and they understand that I need to be alone a lot of the time. Because I do now, which is really crazy. Like me at 12, 13, 14, I would say most of my life, anywhere before the age of 17, would not have been able to believe that. Because, I was so social. And I would love to go do things and go to concerts and functions and things. And I still do, but I'm very selective with where I need to spend my energy because I get so drained by these people now. And I'm tired of being stuck in this state where I have to feel obligated to be somewhere where I know that it's not the best for me. So, it's a lot of rambling. It's a lot of tangents. I hope that the message is clear, though, that there's no need to be scared of being alone. And maybe if you are scared of being alone, it would serve you to spend more time alone. And you can go slow, and you can make it really sweet, like you're dating yourself, taking yourself out to little trips to the park, going for walks, being very attuned to the mundane things, and then start flowing into the things that you notice yourself doing or feeling or wanting out of life, and pivot off that. What is the life you want, and how can you bring that to you? What is the person that you want to have in the life that you want? And it'll come, and it'll happen. And it's all a process of allowing yourself to be alone with yourself. And journaling, of course, if that wasn't clear, that's journaling, self-reflection is everything. Meditating, throw that in there too. I know it's very basic. I can go into more depth about any of these things if they sound interesting, or if you guys want in a later video. But thank you for watching, and I hope that this helped. I know that this would have been really helpful for me at a young age, but I figured it out eventually. So that's all. I guess that's all that matters. All right.